Good evening, all, and thank you for joining this session. So, I'm Salim, a member of HGear product team, and we also have other members of our HGear product team, and we also have FHIR experts, Kirtana and Sabri. So, if you have any questions related to FHIR or HL7, you can shoot them at the end of this session. We'll have a separate Q&A session at the end. So yeah, so today's topic is about HL7 to FHIR converter. I mean, HGear's HL7 to FHIR converter, which is a product developed by Agilix Health. So before moving directly into the topic, I just want to take you through what Agilix Health exactly does. We at Agilix Health, our only mission is to make healthcare data exchange seamless, secure, and intelligent across all the systems. And we work along with HIEs, departments of health, EHRs, labs, and social and behavioral care data, everything. What makes Agilix stand apart is like a robust cloud management system that ensures scalable, reliable, and inside data driven healthcare operations. So we at Agilix Health have built HGear.ai, which is nothing but an interoperability accelerator suite designed to simplify data exchange. So we have seen teams take months and months of custom integration work to develop a healthcare data exchange platform, and they try to connect, validate, and go live faster. But what happens in reality? It takes, as I said, it takes months and months of custom integration work. But what HGear does is it makes your work very simple. It helps you to connect, validate, and go live very faster. So HGear offers you both the worlds. You have UI based tools and the developer APIs. With the UI based tools, you're going to directly connect and view, validate your data, healthcare data, and you're going to transform or enhance your data. And you're going to, you're going to enhance your data. It's just one tool. It's just one place, and you're going to do all these activities in one place. With the developer APIs, you are going to improve your automation and scalability. So here we have. So you can see here, healthcare data comes in different formats, right? HL7, CCDA, FHIR, and they don't speak same language. Each one speaks different language, and adding complexity, EHRs, labs, payers, social care and behavioral, all these systems, they interpret these standards differently, which in turn will definitely create inconsistency. So what happens? As an organization or as a developer or a test engineer, what happens is you start losing your time. The process will be slow, and it will be definitely an error prone one. It will result in definitely a delayed interoperability progress. So to solve all these problems, we have brought HGear.ai. So we have different solution accelerators here. You can see the FHIR viewer. We have a product called FHIR viewer where you can upload your FHIR bundle or paste your FHIR data, and instantly you can see your FHIR data getting transformed to a clean, structured, human readable version. And today's topic, yeah, HL7 to FHIR converter. We are going to see deeply about this today. But what happens? It transforms your HL7 messages into FHIR bundles instantly. And we also have CCDA to FHIR converter, which is going to transform your CCDA messages into structured FHIR bundles instantly again. So we also have care compliance validator, where you're going to upload your CCDA messages, and the HGear is going to validate it against NCQA header standards, and your document will be transformed into a NCQA standardized one within seconds. This also happens instantly. And we also have CCDA scorecard, where you're going to upload your CCDA document, and HGear is going to assess the document's quality and gives you scores and grades based on that. So this is going to help your CCD documentation. So we have all these accelerators inside one product. So HGear is your one-step solution to all your healthcare needs. Get into the today's topic. So yeah, today's topic is like a HL7 to FHIR converter, right? So what are all the problems we face in HL7 data, healthcare data? So we know that HL7 is basically a text-based healthcare data transformation. So it is complex. And we know that FHIR is the universal health language right now. So to map HL7 fields to FHIR manually, it's a very slow and an error-prone process. And adding complexity to this, every system implements HL7 differently. So it's very, very tough for you to map HL7 to the actual FHIR resource. And we also have terminology mappings. Each system sends different terminology codes, different terminology code systems. So to map all these things, it requires lots and lots of manual efforts. It's a tedious process and it's definitely a error-prone process. So to solve all these things, we have brought HL7 to FHIR converter in HGear.ai. So what it does, for example, if you're just manually doing all these things, and if you have to find any errors, or if you have to find any issues with the missing fields and all, the troubleshooting part, you have to dig deeper, deeper and deeper, and it's definitely a painful process. What happens as a result? The teams start losing their valuable time. You have to implement lots and lots of resources. So for organizations, it's going to be very high cost and a resource wastage process. For all these problems, we have come with a solution. That is our HL7 to FHIR converter. So HGear gives you the HL7 to FHIR converter module. What it does, it is going to convert your complex healthcare data into a clarity one. It's a simplified tool. It's going to bridge your interoperability gap with instant HL7 to FHIR transformation. Let's see what this product actually does. I'll give you a theoretical walkthrough now. You are going to upload your raw HL7 message into the UI. And what it's going to do, in a single click, you are going to see it getting transformed into respective FHIR resources. So if you're going to give patient, diagnosis, counter segments, if you're going to have all these segments in your HL7 message, in just a click, all these will be converted into a human readable version of FHIR resource. I mean, not only human readable version, you can also get the exact FHIR JSON. What else we provide? We provide metrics dashboard. So you are going to process many messages per day, per month. So if you want to track all these metrics, we have a screen where you can just go check how many of the messages you have processed per day, per month, and how many of them have completed and successfully FHIR validated, and how many of them have failed FHIR validation. All these metrics in a single dashboard. If you want, you can directly integrate this HL7 to FHIR in your system. We have provided complete API documentation. We have a separate screen for that too. So you can follow that API documentation guides and you can implement and integrate it to your system, so that it will be very helpful for you to have a data exchange seamless and secured. As I already said, it is an enterprise ready scalability product, and we have OIDC based authentication, and we have role and permission based access control. So, and your data is completely secured here. There is no need to worry. We are not going to store your data anywhere. Data is completely secured. So you can have all these benefits in one product. Let me give you a live walkthrough. Let us see it in action. This is our HGear.ai products homepage. So as I told you, we have different health accelerators. So this is how your homepage looks like. So now we are going to use HL7 to FHIR. I'm going to launch this module. So here you have. This is HL7 to FHIR converter homepage. This is the place where you're going to paste your input message. Now I'm going to take one of the input messages and I'm going to just paste it here. So here you have, this conversion is basically based on FHIR R4 profile. Now, as I said, within a single click, you're going to see your HL7 message getting converted into FHIR resources. So it is successfully validated, FHIR R4 validated. Now you can see here. Let me go back to that screen. You can see we have a message header, patient segment, encounter segment, and allergies and diagnosis, everything. So we will be having the respective FHIR resources of all these segments. So we have condition resource, the practitioner resources, the allergies, the organization related data, the encounter related data, and the patient related data. So what happens, as I told you earlier, within one click, you will be able to see both the FHIR JSON and a human readable version of your FHIR resource. Now, let me just show you. I'm just clicking the accordion near this patient resource. So you can see here on the right side, you have the actual FHIR JSON. If you want to dig deeper into it, you can just copy it and I'm just pasting it here. So here you have the actual FHIR JSON. We have the patient name, patient gender here, patient name here, patient address here. So what happens? This is just a sample message I have used for demo. Imagine a real-time message. If you have to find the patient name, here I'm scrolling almost 80 lines to see just the name of a patient. As I said you earlier, this is a simple HL7 message which I'm transforming into FHIR. Imagine it in a real time. It may be even more complex. But what HGear does? So on the right side, as I said, we have the clear JSON here. On the left side, you can see the key value pairs where it is very neatly, cleanly, and very you can very easily read it. You may be a technical person or a non-technical person, but you can easily understand it. This is the patient identifier, and you can see the name of the patient, the gender, the birth date, the marital status, everything. So if you take condition resource, here you have the identifiers, the code and the values, the clinical status, verification status, and the patient reference, the encounter reference, the date and time, everything is properly mapped. You guys have any doubts? If you guys have any doubts in this, you can just post a message in the chat. We can have the clarification at the end of this session. So as I said, this is all about FHIR conversion, HL7 to FHIR conversion, where you're just uploading a message within a single click. You can be able to see your message getting transformed into a clean, neat FHIR resource. And you can also download this. If you click on this button, your FHIR resources will be downloaded into a PDF format. Now, as I said we also have a metric screen. Here we have the audit report screen. 1st November to 19th November, we have totally processed 16 messages. Among that, 6 messages have failed the FHIR validation. 8 messages are completely FHIR validated. So if your messages are failed, you can check if your messages are not validated by FHIR successfully. You can check the validation error logs here. We'll give you a complete error log here, and here's another error log. So if your message is in progress, if it gets struck in between, we can see the error log here, where exactly it has struck, exactly it has errored. Here you have a complete details of how many messages you have processed per day, per month, at all the time. So you can just filter it here by the message received date. We might have a separate message received date for every message, and we might have the date on which the message is received. We can filter it based on that also. Here we have the custom date filters, where we can filter it by month, previous month, last 3 months, and we can also customize here. We can give start and end dates. We can just check the logs here. As I said, we are providing complete API documentation where you can integrate it to your system. So this is the API doc screen where you can see the API related details. So you can integrate it to your system to make your data seamless and secure. So all these steps are clearly specified and mentioned in this API doc screen. This is, we are providing this completely for free. We have a free tier all the year, 24/7. Sign up to our website and you can start using it. Now, let us get back to the slide. We saw how instantly we were able to transform the HL7 messages into FHIR. So now, what are all the benefits? So you can see the operational benefits. So you don't need to have FHIR expertise. Maybe you may be a technical or non-technical person, but if you are using HGear's HL7 to FHIR converter, within a click, you are going to see the patient data in a clean, human-readable format. So that is going to help your operational activity a lot. And faster interoperability implementation. So you don't need to wait for mapping to get completed. You don't need to wait for the system to get integrated. It's fast, it's secured. It's just a click away to see your HL7 data getting converted into FHIR resources. And yeah, as I said, if you have to do everything manually, we are definitely we will be making mistakes. But here there are very lesser chances for making mistakes. As I said earlier, this mapping and all these HL7 to FHIR transformation is done based on the inputs provided by our clinical informatics team, developers, test engineers, data services team. We have got the inputs from everyone and we have built the system. So there are very lesser chances for making mistakes. So if you get all these things going live, it's just very easy, very simple, and you can quickly go live. With our metric screen, you can track what are all the, you can track the messages you have processed. You can track the data quality of your messages through our error logs. You can track everything. So if you are a developer, yeah, as I said earlier, what are all the benefits? So you don't need to wait for the mapping. You don't need to debug every mapping and check. because you have everything already. You have everything at one place. So troubleshooting is going to be very simple. And you also have API, which is going to help you scale and automate your system. So you're going to have many, many benefits if you're a developer. If you're an organization, it is definitely going to reduce your workload. You're going to, you don't need to employ many resources to do one single activity. So HGear is going to cover everything, and it's going to make your work easy. So as we all know, the world is moving towards FHIR. It's only FHIR. The universal health language is going to be FHIR. If you are connected to HGear now, it will make you ready for the future standards. So these are the benefits you're going to have if you are going to use HL7 to FHIR converter. I have covered and I have summed up pretty well, I think. So it is now time for you guys to ask any questions related to HL7 to FHIR converter or HGear or any transformation logics, anything. You can shoot your questions now.
Yeah, so which version? So currently we're supporting HSN version 2.5, and we are working on to support a different version. So it's currently in progress. So right now we're supporting version 2.5. So.
Okay. Thank you, Kirtan. So any more questions? The floor is open.
Profile specific conversions happen. Specific to the profile, it gets converted.
So currently we are using FHIR4, and we are also implementing the other standard specific. Currently we are working on that.
No. I'm not asking the version, the profile. See, suppose US code is different, and in India you have the ABDM profiles, right? So when the
Yes.
conversion happens, it happens according to the profile we choose, or it's a general.
It's a
fire
general profile, Sindhuja, right now.
Okay.
So in the future, we will planning for the USC day and the custom profiles also.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining today's session. And if you have any other feedbacks, you can just let us know. It will be very helpful for us, and we'll cover it in the next session. We also have our upcoming webinars, FHIR Viewer webinar, where we can convert FHIR bundles or FHIR raw JSONs into FHIR resources instantly. So it's also completely free. You can visit our website, you can sign up, and you can use this FHIR Viewer, HL7 to convert FHIR converter, CARE compliance validator, and we have CCDA scorecard also. It's in the pipeline. So everything is we are providing it for free tier, so you can start using it. And we also have the feedback option right on the product itself, so you can just provide your feedbacks, or you can provide some improvements or anything. Thank you for attending this session. Thank you.